Hi everyone, and in this video I'll be showing you the best bits of our Christmas trip to Scotland to see family. We started our Christmas day in Lossiemouth and we saw oystercatcher, teal and widgeon. Me and my granddad then went through some fields of gorse so I could get some bird feeders to hopefully see a crested tit. Crested tits are rare birds that can only be found in the ancient pines of Scotland, so we were very lucky to see this one. As we were leaving, we saw a curlew on the opposite side of the bank, so I took this picture with my phone through a telescope. After a quick swim on Boxing Day, me and my granddad went to some random seashore to have a look at some sea duck. These are eiders, and all of the following photographs were taken through a telescope on my phone. This is an oystercatcher next to a purple sandpiper. This is a pair of long-tailed duck flying. This is just the female, and this is just the female with eiders. After this, I got on my hands and knees to photograph this black-tailed godwit on the beach. The next morning, me and my mum got up very early when it was all misty to have a lovely walk to a loch. I got some nice photos when the sun came up. Don't know why, but I love this shot with the puddles. Throughout our walk, pheasants were flying everywhere. And I love this shot of this incredible chaffinch. When we reached the loch, it was quite pretty, but we had to go back to the bird feeders to try and see a red squirrel. And after a little bit of waiting, we saw my first ever red squirrel. I cannot describe how happy I was. I was not expecting to see one, and I was overjoyed when I did see it. It seems like one of them was a red squirrel crossed with a grey squirrel, but I got this incredible photo of a pure red squirrel that I'm putting up now. Honestly, I think that's one of the best photos I've ever taken. There was an insane amount of chaffinches here, and then we saw this guy. When we left the loch, we saw a pig. We got lost in some woods, so we found some random guy's house, and when we asked for directions, he said to jump the burn, which is a small river, so that's what we did. We then found ourselves in Lossiemouth again, so we went to the bird feeders to see the crested tit again. I then managed to get pretty close up with some curlews. The next morning we went back to the loch with my sister and I got on a hay bale. We saw golden-eyed duck on the lake, and we saw a trout also just jumping out of the lake. Then, the next day we went to a different loch. On the second to last day we watched a band called the Red Hot Chili Pipers. Well, that was funny. We finished our trip with mallards, black-headed gulls, tufted duck, a heron, and an old shopping trolley stuck in the river. And then just as we were about to leave, a peregrine flew right over my face. It was the only bird of prey the entire holiday, and I didn't get a single photo. I had such an enjoyable time seeing family and all this wildlife, and you can be sure I'll be back again soon to film another video about my wildlife photography.